You are in the mix with D.HALL and the People's Show.
You got it locked with D.HALL on the weekend, baby. Ready?
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York. He is the #1, undisputed, top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the People Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D.HALL.
Jay York production.
Good evening, good afternoon. Hello to everybody. You're live with D.HALL. We're back again, another Sunday. Wow, beautiful day. Thank y'all for coming in and joining us today. And today we have 3 professional fighters. Well, and I want to say to y'all, this is it's a little different. So we're gonna try to have them all in here today. But before we get started, I want to say this video is works of discussion. Is an online talk show that educate adult audiences. Parental advisory is advised. Some things may or may not be censored. Lives are not edited for children. So if you would watch your kids, we may be some words that we may say out of the normal. So, but it's a beautiful day. Glad to have y'all here with me. I'm trying to get my screen set up here right. We're running a little bit behind the schedule, but we made it. We made it. I want to say to everybody, I thank y'all for joining us and listening to what we had to say last weekend with me and Jay when we was on. I appreciate y'all tremendously for listening to what we had to say. I am here now with you. I'm the host of the show, and I am D.HALL. Y'all share the video if you would one time, please. I do appreciate it. Today we have truly it's a little different for me. So I'm trying to I got 3 young men on plus their father. So we're going to talk with them. We're going to bring his father in right now as we talk. So just give me a moment. Let me get my stuff here together. I got one little thing I need to do, and then we'll be in business. Yeah, get that right there, like that. Sometimes we get a little bit behind, but we're here. All right, here we go. Let me bring in my man, the head of it all. Bring him in now. Hello, how you doing, brother?
Peace and blessings.
Good to see you. I was just doing my little talk there before we came in, and it's good to see you today. And a lot of people will get to know who you are today a little bit more with your 3 young men, because it's all about boxing today, and it's about y'all. It's about what we're going to talk about, the questions that we're going to have for the next 30 to 45 minutes. We're going to bring them all in one by one, and we'll get back to each one of them as step by step. So we're going to bring them all in and let them introduce yourself. First of all, let me ask you to introduce yourself so that people know who you are as we talk right now.
I appreciate it, and thank you for the invite. I definitely appreciate this opportunity. My name is Coach Shawn Robinson. I am the trainer and father of and coach of them Robinson boys. Ibrahim Robinson, they call AKA Hitman. He's 20. Muhammad Robinson, they call AKA The Real Deal. He's 18, just graduated out of high school. And Musa Robinson, AKA The Quiet Storm. He's 17 years old. One of the best national fighters right now, and always been ranked within the amateurs. And that's my, I've been training them since they were about 12. I mean, since they've been rocking since 8 years old.
So they've been doing this thing for a long time, the three boys. That's great. And they're all right there together, like like they're a year apart, but they're right there together. So we're gonna talk. I'll bring them all in at one time, and we're gonna talk, and we're gonna talk with you first. But I want to get them all in here. Make sure I see if I can get the first one in here. Um, he's got to cut his mic on there. He might need to cut his mic on.
What's up, man?
Oh, how you doing? How do you say your name again?
Ibrahim. You pronounce it Ibrahim Robinson.
I was trying to say we don't have the picture though. Where's your picture? We don't see your picture. We don't see your face. What's
My
that?
picture not up there. It should be.
Check your camera. Check your camera, Abraham. Check your camera. But yeah.
I don't have my camera turned on. I have it turned off.
Yeah. Make sure your cameras are turned on. We want to see your face and talk to you. We're gonna bring you. We're gonna wait to get you in there first. But meanwhile, as he gets set. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. My man, how you doing, brother?
I'm good.
All right, man. First time for everything, huh? I know that's right. We're gonna bring in the other brother in now. Muhammad. I think it's Muhammad. I think it is. Yeah, Muhammad. He's got to cut his camera on too. I think is Muhammad? Are you there?
Yeah, hold on for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
They new to this.
It's okay, man. Hey, look, we're gonna work through it. It's no problem, brother. Yeah. There you go. What's up, Muhammad? What's happening, bro? Over there.
I got no tape to put it on. Just go over there. So you hold the phone like this? You said you couldn't hear him, right?
Oh, you can't hear me?
Turn off your microphone.
Anyway, why they getting squared away? Let me talk with you, Abraham. Excuse me on that. Excuse my name, man. Excuse me. I'm trying to. Let me go through here, and you're the hitman. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're live. Let me tell you who I am. I'm D.HALL of the D.HALL People Show on Facebook Live, and we've been at this thing for a minute. We've been doing this thing for 3 years, and we do a lot of different type of people, but we deal a lot with boxing and different artists. We just, Walter Waite, a good friend of mine, told me, said there's some boys up in Maryland area. I think y'all live in Maryland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So check them guys out. But look, brother, you was let's talk about your school, because you was very, very smart. You were very smart in school.
Not really. I wouldn't call myself smart. Say I got lucky.
But you got lucky, huh? Yeah. But look, you was 3 straight semesters. You
that was when I was in middle school. I used to take the honor roll.
Yeah, okay, on the honor roll. Okay,
it got harder. It got more tough when I got to high school.
Okay, got a little tougher when you got into the big boy world. Okay, got you to high school. Cool. How did you if you can remember, because I know sometimes you can't remember, but how did you accomplish that 3 straight years like that? How did you do that?
Well, I made sure I paid attention, of course, and I made sure I got all my work done in school before I got home.
Okay.
Anything I didn't get home, I just didn't get done. I just did it at home.
Good.
And I always ask for help too from the teacher. So.
Great. That's great. That's great. You ask for help, because sometimes if you don't ask for help, people they don't know what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shawn, we're gonna get to you in a minute, brother. Just stay right there, brother. We're gonna get to you in a minute. You're a pro fighter. What made you want to get into fighting?
Well, Well, basically, I don't want to be an average person and working 9 to 5s. So I want to do more than that, and I feel like boxing is my way. To make a good living for me and my family. I do it for my family and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Uh, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you? You're young. You're young. How old are you? What are you? 8? What are you? 18?
I'm 20.
Oh, you're 20. Okay, my fault. Sorry.
Um,
You're 20 years old. What keeps you motivated? Because there's a lot of things out here in this world that is distractions. So, what
yeah.
keeps your mind focused, and what keeps you going?
Well,
And
well, I know. Well, my mother, she works a lot, and I want to take her out of working. So that's
okay.
that's one of the reasons why I keep pushing. And I also have a girlfriend, and I want to have a future with her. So you know, I want to keep this up.
Oh yeah, the girls.
Yep.
uh, look, I don't know. This is a question that I'm just asking to you. Uh,
Uh,
is there anything that you need to work on better? Uh, you know, being a pro. What do you think that you need to work on better? What are you four? What are you 3-0, 4-0? Which one is it?
I'm 3-0. Yeah.
Okay, okay. What do you think you need to work on better?
You talking about like boxing wise or like
Yes,
like training?
yes. Boxing in the boxing.
Well, in a ring, well, doing my sparring and stuff, I really have to work on stop moving around the ring all the time. Trying to get away from my opponents and just stay in the middle and box and using my jab
Okay,
more.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and
We'll touch a little bit because I want to go back a little bit. We got a couple more questions. We're not gonna hold y'all long because this is it's gonna be a 30 to 45 minute show. But you know, you was an amateur.
hmm
What did the amateurs teach you before you got into the pros? What did you bring to the when you left the amateur? What did it bring? What did you bring with you to help you
well,
in the pros?
doing my amateurs fight, that taught me my training has to intensify a lot more because when I went into them tournaments, bro, it really kicked my butt, bro. I can't go into the pros looking like how I did in the amateurs. So I got my training got to intensify and my food diet too.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You died. You changed. It's a
Yeah.
whole different ball game. I guess it's like moving from college to pros in the football. It's a whole
hmm
different ball. The speed is different. The movement, the thinking. Boxing is
Yeah.
mental. It's mental. A lot of it's mental. I would say about 65 to 75% of it. Um, you've been boxing for a while. What's your biggest accomplishment in boxing right now today?
I mean, I say just making it to 3-0 for right now, bro. And keeping that
Good
number
answer.
going on. you know.
That's a good answer. That's a good
Yeah.
answer. Quasi, I want to. Oh, let me stop just for a minute because I love the people. I always shout the people out.
hmm
Quasi Gibson, I think it's Quazil Gibson says, "What's the daily routine for you to prepare your fight? What's your daily routine?"
Well, of, of course, waking up in the morning and going running, but most of the time instead of running, we wake up, we
Mhm.
go to the track, and we do a lot of sprints. I would have to sprint around the track 2 times within 3 minutes, and then do that 3 times, and then after I did that 3 times, I would have to sprint around the track 1 time within a minute, and then just a lot of sprints, and then
Sprints.
training in the training in the afternoon, going to the gym, getting a lot of sparring, hard
Okay.
sparring and stuff,
Okay. Okay.
working on my technique.
Gibson, did he answer your question? I think he answered your question quite well. That was Quasi Gibson. That's what he said. That's what he wanted to know. Um, who's your favorite fighter?
Uh, I have a couple. I mean,
Okay.
well,
Okay.
I like Tommy Hearns. He's nice. I like from today. I like Terrence Crawford. He's cool.
Okay.
Jaron Ennis. Yeah, Earl Spence, all of them. He's
Okay,
cool.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. You like the yeah. Those guys are. Speaking of that, speaking of Earl Spence and Crawford, uh, I think that fight is on the horizon. Who you like in that fight?
That's a tough question, bro. Yeah, I don't know who going. I don't really know who would win, bro. Because that's a tough matchup. Like,
Yeah,
because
very tough.
Terrence Crawford, he's more technical with his punches and stuff. He got a lot of good foot movement.
Yeah,
But Earl
yeah,
Spence, he hits hard and he's a come forward fighter, bro. This Earl
yeah,
Spence, he has a lot of stamina, bro. He just
yeah,
throws
yeah.
punches after punches. Look,
Okay, so you're neutral on that right now. You don't know, right?
yeah, I don't really know.
Okay, okay. All right, here we go. We got another question coming from Mr. Gibson. There, he said, "How do you
Uh,
feel about Ryan Garcia?" Then we're gonna move on.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
Well, of course, he's a very talented fighter. He, he's been knocking people out, and um, I'm ready to see that Ryan versus Tank. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm ready to see, or at least Devin Haney. But
okay,
he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter.
okay. All right. Look, it was good talking to you, man. Look, let me. I don't want to end it like that. But what I want to say is that you had a great. I looked at all y'all brothers had a great amateur career. I didn't want to get into deep into that because you're a professional now. But we did talk about that a little bit, and you told me that what it brought, what it brought to you as you
Uh,
move forward. And I wish you the best. Nothing, all y'all, nothing but the best from me and Jay. And it's great to have y'all on. And I'm gonna talk to your other brother here. We're gonna have a little conversation. Then we're gonna move on and we'll talk to you there. Because there's so many questions and I got people popping in. So I don't want to hold up your time. But
okay.
you're undefeated. Stay that way, brother. And you're always welcome here on the D.HALL People Show in conjunction with Jay York Productions. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Peace.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. My man, you're up. You're next. Um, what? Let me make sure because I want to make sure I got the. You are to introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Muhammad Robinson, part of them, the Robinson boys, currently 4-0 in the professional state.
Okay, so you're
One knockout right now.
so you said you're Muhammad.
Yeah,
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Okay. Now I got it right. All right. Man, it's good to see you. Good to talk to you. Another
Good
brother.
talking to you too.
Yeah, a winner. That's what you are. You're a winner. Just like all three.
Yeah,
You're a winner,
hopefully, we'll
brother.
keep it up. We'll keep the winning streak up.
I know that's right, brother. You're the real deal. How'd you get that?
Yep.
How'd you get that? How'd you get
Well, first my name was Lil Sugar Ray when I was real little because the coach named me Lil Sugar Ray because how many punches I would throw. Like he would say like I was like very fast at punching. So then we changed it to the Canyon for a bit because you know
okay.
especially my coach, my father, he say like every time I land a punch, it sounds like a canyon shooting sometimes. Like, and then now it's a real deal because I always was like nobody could run past me. Like when I was on the amateur level, when I
Mm,
was fighting like top tier kids that was already beating a lot of kids when
yeah.
when I was new to boxing.
Okay.
I was never just a person they can just run through. Like I was always someone to deal with. Like I
Right.
was I was a never easy fight. So that's where I got that name from.
Great.
I'm not
Wow.
sure if I want to keep it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to keep it for the rest of my pro career, but it's a good name. I feel
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
that I came up with.
Great. That's wonderful. I'm gonna freeze you right there for a second. I want to say hello to Guinness Mullis. What is it? Guinness Mullis. Mullis. I want to say hello to you. And if there is anybody up here that I did not say their name, please forgive me. You may have to refresh your phone or laptop or whatever that you're on. Excuse me, and I'll perhaps see you because I'm running a couple of machines. I only can see so many people at one time, and I like to try to shout everybody out. Um, Here we go. Man, you're a winner. You in boxing. You had a great amateur career. Um, how's your journey been into professional boxing? How's your journey? How's it been for you?
I mean, it's a new step. Like, it's not easy transferring from the amateurs to the pros, especially since I was in school. I was still in high school in my first 4 fights. So that's something I had to get used to, like still being in school and still fighting on a pro level.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's been all right for now. I mean, nothing really has changed except like, you fight more rounds in the ring. You fight without the your headgear.
Yeah.
And you fight with lighter gloves.
Right.
And I'm also fighting like very grown men now, especially since I'm 18 now. So I'm really fighting, grown men. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just the next step in boxing. Just
Right.
amateur to pros. Something that you'll get used to, especially if you fought a lot in the amateurs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really feel like the amateurs. You talking?
Yeah. What I was going to say was, is there like a speed difference when you moved into the pro? How did you? There was some type of difference there as far as against the amateurs?
I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, there's a difference. Like, in the pros, you gotta take it more seriously because that's when the business come in. Now, in the amateurs, I feel like the amateurs is more like getting you ready for the pros.
Okay.
But of course, you can do more in the amateur state. But I'm just saying, like, for me, I just felt like it really prepared me for the pros.
Okay. Okay. Great. How long you been boxing now?
I've been boxing since I was like 8. I believe I started competing in USA boxing since I was like 10.
10. Okay. We're gonna go back in time a little bit. From 2012 to 2016, you lost to this guy in DC. Finally, you beat him. Finally, you beat this dude in 2017 in the Junior Olympic regionals. What changes? What changes did you make to defeat him? What changes did you make that last time?
I mean, last time I had where we fought at, I had way better judges. Like, I didn't fight him in his own hometown. Like, it seemed like, because those other time I lost to him, I felt like it was a robbery. Like, the judges were just already in favor of him, so it would most likely go towards him if it was a close fight. So now that time was different because we had different judges that actually, judges the fight right.
Right.
And I just tried my best to fight the hardest, fight very hard to beat him. Okay. I threw more punches, played smart, used more jabs, and I was just very happy I brought home the win that time.
Yeah. What weight class are you in?
Right now?
Yeah. What's your weight class?
I'm fighting at 140 right now, but right now, I weigh like 147.
Okay.
At this moment.
So, yeah, just sound like your walk around weight. Okay, 147. Okay, cool. Okay. I want to say hello to Laura Reed. Hello, Laura Reed, from Loyalty Boxing and Promotion. We had her on last week. Had a tremendous show last week with her last Sunday. Thank you for coming on. She's always welcome in here on the D.HALL People Show in conjunction with Jay York. She said, "We love you, Muhammad."
Yeah. I love you too, Laura Reed. We all know her. Mrs. Laura Reed.
Laura Reed. Yeah, she says she love you. I want to touch a little bit. I thank y'all for coming on. I thank Laura for coming on. I thank everybody that's sitting here right now. Share the video one time. But this is what I want to touch on. We're gonna go back just a little bit back into amateurs. You was great from 2013 to 2018. You climbed up to 2 different weight classes. Why did you make a move like that?
2 different weight classes. So like what do you mean by that? Like, you talking about like 2 different tournaments?
Yeah, you moved up in amateurs. You moved from one weight to another weight. Why? Yeah. Why did you leave that weight and go to the next weight? What made you do that?
I mean, see, we grow, and the more we grow, the heavier we get.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's better for you to fight where you're comfortable at instead of having to drain yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
say I was like 147 right now, right? And if I drain myself to go all the way down like 125, I feel like I won't be 100%. It's not healthy for you. So I was just fighting at the weight class I feel like I was most comfortable in, and that's why I was growing. So
Yeah.
my weight
Okay.
just became heavier.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because you're growing and you're picking up weight, and
Yeah,
you're killing yourself if you're staying at 140 and you need to go up to 147. I'm just saying that right now. I know you're not moving up to 147 at the
yeah.
moment, but
It's an
that's just
example.
example exactly. There you go. I want to say hello to Sharice Carter. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining us right now. I am the host, D.HALL of the D.HALL People Show, and I got them Robinson boys on today with me. Yeah, man, it's good.
Yeah,
It's good to know you.
Therese Carter is my mother, by the way. If you didn't know that, she my
Oh,
mother.
that's hey, mom, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't know. Want to say hello to another guest that's just popped in here, Alicia. Thank you so much for stopping in. Big supporter here. Um, she said, Alicia said, "Do any of your friends box? Do any of your friends box? Do any of your friends?"
I mean, I had a couple of friends that box, like especially at the gyms that I stayed in, but not really none from school though.
Okay, not from school. Okay, just
Yeah, mainly all of my boxing friends are from the gyms I've been at, not
okay.
really from school.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Who's your favorite boxer?
My favorite boxer right now is I have two of them. One is Errol Spence, and the next is Gervonta Davis.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all gotta
Gervonta Davis.
go.
Yeah, I
Okay,
like
great.
Gervonta Davis because he's from Baltimore. Especially
Yeah,
because of his power, man.
yeah,
I just like seeing him knock people out.
yeah. That's the boy right there. Now he's a bad
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Especially
Oh
what he
wow.
did at Rolly Mario. He was talking all
Oh,
that trash and smack. Then he just got him with that one punch and it's over. It's crazy.
as James Lightside told us, say lights out.
Right.
Oh yeah,
I
great.
mean, it's just crazy talking all that smack just to lose like that.
You lose exactly right to lose like that. All right. As we talked about, that was the biggest difference for you. Coming to the from the amateurs to the pros. Just it was just a total difference for you. Can you say that you have and can adapt well to what you're doing now when you step into the ring? Can you say that? Because what I'm saying is, can you said it was like a difference. Have you adapted to that?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I have adapted to it, but I still got a long way to go. Like I'm only fighting 4 rounds. You already know in the pros, the max rounds are like 12. So
Right.
I'm still adapting to doing more rounds though. And also, experience. Like I'm only at 4 fights, so I can't say that I'm fully adapted to the pro,
Right.
the pro career. But I'm getting there though.
You're getting there.
Like
Great. Wonderful. That's wonderful.
yeah.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. We got another question, then we're gonna let you go. Um, Alicia said, she said, if you wasn't boxing, what would you be doing if you wasn't boxing?
If I was a boxing, if I didn't wasn't put in boxing, like throughout my school careers and stuff, I definitely would have been doing football because that's one sport that I like. Like I
Yeah,
would have
that's
been participating in school football and stuff and all that because I feel like football is a fun sport. I like it. I st- I like I enjoy playing it right now to this day. I also like playing basketball too, but I just feel like football is like more of a sport I would do
I,
if I
you,
wasn't boxing.
I think you could be a good co-host too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right.
I think it could be a good. You talk pretty good. I like that. uh,
Yeah.
Alicia said, and the questions are popping to you. So she said, "What's your fight status?" I guess you say, "What's your record?"
Right now I'm currently 4-0 as a pro and
Okay,
with one knockout.
great, wonderful. All right, man. Look, it was great talking to you. We gotta let you go. We're gonna bring up the next contestant. I appreciate you coming on, man, and talking to us, man. It's been great.
Yeah, I appreciate you inviting us, and I also want to give a shout out to Title Boxing. because right now they're sponsors right now, and we like using that gear and all that. So I want to shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Title. Yeah, big. Yeah, what's up? Next contestant, whoever it may be.
We'll get my.
All right, sorry for the delay. I'm just letting them use my phone because we was ran into some technical difficulty. He about to go get Musa right now.
Okay, that's fine. We'll talk to you while he's doing that. No problem. I'm just gotta get my mess here together here. I'm all over the doggone place. Look, man, you know, them are your sons, all three of them, and you got three young men, and they are your heart and soul. Uh, you know, how did you get all three of them into boxing?
I mean, they was in martial arts for 3 years, about 2.5 years with my old their old sensei named Matt Trimmer. He's now currently my boy's assistant coach, number 2. So they was in his martial arts class for about 2.5 years when we lived in York, Pennsylvania. And then once we lived in York, Pennsylvania, there was a coach who we are still close to named Antoine Dorm. He has a boxing gym called Stick and Move in York, Pennsylvania. He was like an after school program. And then once I found out, me and my wife found out about the after school program called Stick and Move, we put him in that. He was coming in after school, little boxing gloves. And then, the transition from martial arts into boxing, with them being able to learn how to punch, learn how to bob and weave and stuff, I kind of liked the setting. And then once I got involved really heavily with him teaching them the basics, we moved back to Maryland. And then we found a boxing gym called Umar Boxing, led by Marvin McDowell. Had them in there for like 2.5 years with Coach D and Marvin McDowell. And they did pretty good. And then I just liked the whole, just that whole environment of being able to learn how to protect themselves.
Yeah. Alicia said, "Here's a question for you." She said, "Shawn," she said, "how does it feel training your boys? I mean, is there some type of feeling you get when you train them?"
It's a feeling of appreciation for the simple fact that boxing is a very hard, brutal sport. It's a sport that's unforgiving at times. It's a sport that's very scary because, people die in that ring also. So these are some of the things that I be concerned about. And then being a father too, that intensifies the whole situation because, not only are they my fighters, they're my sons and they're liable to get hurt. And then I got to sometimes switch on the father role from the trainer role. Yeah. And it's conflicting because it's always either I'm a father, I'm a trainer. They hear my voice every day. It's like a battering father. Then they hear my voice as a coach.
Yeah. That's got to be mind-boggling at times. I see your wife says, "I'm the proud wife of Shawn Robinson, husband, father, and coach." That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes, Sharice Carter. She's grateful that she's chimed in here, and I made Muhammad acknowledge you, Sharice, just to make sure. I told him, make sure you give her a shout out.
I didn't know who she was until he said that's my mom.
Right.
I said, okay. All right, there we go. Alicia says she understands the feeling that you have about what you were just talking about there. It's a great day. It's a great day. We're glad to have you all on here today. Look, was there ever a time in your mind, that you felt like, hey, I really don't want them doing this. I really don't want them doing this. Was there ever a time like that?
I think about that all the time, to be honest, because boxing is I'm serious, because of it's so much of a cutthroat sport at times. In basketball, football, you got agents, you got insurance, you have all these other promising opportunities to be able to get yourself into structure. Boxing, you don't have that. You have so much of, there's no foundation in boxing. You got to create your own foundation. You have to create your own team. And sometimes, and then you have to make so many sacrifices. Like my wife right now, she's like Muhammad said, she's working all these hours just so we can have this opportunity to do what I'm doing, to do what we're doing together as a team. Because if I was working a 9 to 5, like I always tell my sons all the time, and if they're not really into this sport wholeheartedly, let me go back to work. You know what I'm saying? And then Sharif, my wife, don't have to work as hard, or she might not even have to work at all, because I wouldn't be able to do the full-time boxing, and I'm not getting paid right now to do, versus them doing something else in which we won't have to make so many sacrifices. So it's very frustrating. I mean, I love the sport, don't get me wrong, but it's very challenging. You know, it's one of the most challenging sports that I've ever decided to put my sons into.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine that it is, and it is. You know, it is that. Hello, I want to say hello to Harvey Brown. Harvey Brown was on my show couple of weeks ago. He is one of the Southern soul singer and artists from down there. I think it's down Mississippi. We had him on about 2 weeks ago. I want to say hello to him and thank him for coming on. He had a question. He says, Harvey, who are you directing that to? What he said, what is your strongest punch? Well, I don't think one of the boys up here right now, but I'm quite sure they would tell you. But anyway, here we go. You got them. You got three of them. What is the hardest thing about keeping them? Keeping all three of them focused. What is it really hard to do that? If it is, what would it be? The hardest part for you?
The hardest part for keeping them focused in boxing is just being able to understand that they want it more than me. You know, like I don't want to have them into this sport and I want it more than them. They have to show me, like when I'm not training them at all, like I'll just give them a day where they could just relax, chill. Sometimes I might even give them a weekend to just relax and chill away from boxing because I don't want to burn them out. Right. Sometimes I would like for them to be able to get up in the morning, go jogging, get up in the morning, go hit the heavy bag, you know, get up in the morning and have that desire, that burning sensation of wanting to make it, wanting to win, and not me having to get up and say, come on, y'all, it's time to train. Come on, y'all, it's time to do this. It's time to do that. I want them to say, hey, Abu, can we go train today? When I gave them a day off, that, you know, and I always tell them, I cannot want this more than them. They have to want it for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right. They got to want it for themselves. They got to want to get up and get you up with them. Say, hey, let's go.
Right.
You know?
Right. Even when I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Like,
there you go. Hey, you be like, man, okay, well, let's go then. You know. All right. Alicia says, are you a coach or dad when you're? Okay. She says, are you a coach or are you a dad when you are training them at the events? Which one are you? Are you the coach or are you the dad? Which one? When you're training them for the events?
I'm a trainer. You know what I mean? Like I can't turn. There's no on and off switch. You know, and that's the conflicting. Like a lot of the times people get that twisted when there's a lot of success in boxing with father and coaches. You know, sometimes people have animosity towards the father and the coach, but at times when I'm coaching my sons, I am their father too. But like prime example, it might be it was a situation where Ibrahim, our oldest, didn't want to spar, and I was already saying, look, we getting ready to go spar today at Upton. He didn't want to spar today, and I was really about to be okay as a father. All right, we good. We ain't got to go spar today. But then I had a guy named Ray, my homie. He was like giving me that suggestion of staying firm as a coach and as a trainer versus being a father. So I was like, you know what, you're right, Ray. So I said, come on, man, we got to go. Because as a trainer, I'm going to do what's best for you for the best interests of this sport. If I would have said, you know what, you're right. As a father, now I'm going to just chill. Because now he's chilling, I'm chilling too.
Right.
That's a day wasted. You know what I'm saying? And then when I stayed on that on that coaching tip, we went to Upton, got some good work, and Ibrahim did real good. So that was an inspiration and a motivation for him, as well as myself, to be able to understand sometimes I have to be able to stand firm as a coach, separate that fatherly role from a coach's role. Yeah. I got to remember that myself because sometimes it's hard.
Yeah. Coaching is, when you're a coach, and you have to, if you're gonna, if they're gonna be the best that they can be, they need that coach. Yeah, they need that coach. They need the coach to direct them and lead them down the right path to be that winner. Coaches got to do that, and that's what you're doing right now as a coach. Miss Carter says being consistent, eating right, sleeping, school, and training. I want to say hello to my man Jonathan Felton. Former heavyweight fighter. His best friend is Riddick Bowe, and glad to see him. Wow. Yeah, Jonathan Felton. I know he's on now. He's just sitting back and watching. So I'm glad to see him. All right, man. Let me ask you this one, and then we'll get to the other last one right there. Who helps you train? Do you have anybody that helps assist you when you're training your boys?
I have a team that I'm putting together. Thank the Most High. I have Matt Trimmer, who was he was my son's sensei that got them into martial arts, that kind of introduced them to the whole combat sport. He's their assistant coach, my assistant coach. I have Madhouse Boxing Coach Jermaine from Madhouse Boxing. He's their strengthening and conditioning coach. He works with them weekly. And then I just got them into a True Sports physical therapy, and they take True Sports physical therapy on Thursdays and Fridays just so they can recover. They can build their strength, their conditioning, their stretching, get massages. So, so I mean, those are my primary team that we get together all the time and try to put, a plan so they can be able to improve.
Right. I see Laura says Ray Somerville is a great guy. She said also, how is Musa? How old is Musa? Musa now? How old is he?
17.
17. Okay, 17. You up next, my man. Let's go ahead and get you on here right now. For everybody that's listening right now on my live, I want you to tell the people who you are and where you're from.
Well, my name is Musa Robinson. They call me the Quiet Storm. I'm 17 years old, and I'm from Baltimore.
Okay. Maryland. Okay. Wow, you know what? You had a successful story. I must say, you had a great amateur career. You're a silver golden glove champion, state regional champion, national champion. What made you go into boxing? Decide to go into boxing?
What makes me come into boxing? You said pro boxing?
Yeah, you're in pro, right? You're pro, right?
No, I'm not a pro. I'm still an amateur.
Okay, you still okay? Well, let me reverse the question. Let me change the question. What made you get into amateur boxing? Period.
What made me get into amateur boxing is seeing my brother fight, and they doing boxing too.
Right.
It motivates me to do boxing too.
Okay. What's the biggest thing you like about boxing?
The biggest thing I like about boxing is just winning tournaments and taking it on people. It just feels good to see that.
Okay. Everybody got a simple question here. Everybody's got a goal. What is your goal in boxing?
Well, mainly my goal right now as an amateur is to make it to the USA team boxing and win the tournament that's coming up in December.
Okay. And I like that. That was a good answer. Here's a question. Um, how long have you been boxing? That's what Alicia asked. How long have you been boxing?
Well, I've been boxing since I was. Well, I was training since I was 7. I started my first fight since I was 9.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Are you, question she said, are you still same person? Alicia said, are you still in school?
Yeah, I'm still in school. I'm right now in 11th.
Okay, you're in 11th grade. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You still got another year or two. Okay, cool. Um, how did you get that nickname, the Quiet Storm? Because most fighters I know like to tear, excuse my French, like to tear some ass up. How did you get that name, Quiet Storm?
Well, wait, did Coach not give me that name?
You should be just quiet.
I don't know, but did Coach not give me that name?
Yeah.
All right. Since I used to wear glasses and I used to always been quiet, and I'm still am. This coach at Upton that he used to go to caught me the quiet storm because I'm always quiet around people. Well, when I walk in the rain, I be storming.
Okay.
I'm a stormer.
And he used to look like a little nerd back then. People used to say he was a nerd, looked like a nerd.
Yeah.
But in the ring, he looked like something different.
I like that. He's quiet when you're walking around, but Shawn, when he gets in the ring, he's a storm.
Yeah.
I like
There's
that.
a whole different thing going on.
He kind of reminded me a little bit of Spence. Spence don't do a whole lot of talking, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, Laura says Musa is so good you never know what to expect when he gets in the ring. He explodes on his opponent. Wow. Okay, that was Laura Reed said that. Laura Reed said that. Now, Laura Reed said that. Alicia said he's a beast in the ring. Okay. Hey, look, I got to ask you this question. I know you got one. Who's your favorite fighter?
Right now, my favorite fighter is probably my brothers always said it, Errol Spence, and my second favorite fighter is Shawn Porter.
Okay, you like Shawn Porter, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shawn Porter. Now he's a very aggressive. I mean, he's tenacious. Is your style similar to that?
I mean, it's not similar, but
okay.
Maybe my aggression is.
Okay. Yeah. Laura Reed says say Tank and Spence. I thought you was gonna say Tank too. I really did. I actually did. You're still in school. What keeps you motivated though? What keeps you going to do? You got school. You got how do you fit all that in your schedule? You boxing, you're going here and there, and you got your coach there, your dad there. What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is seeing my brothers box, seeing my brothers fight, and my dad motivated me to keep going. My mom also.
Yeah.
She's still focused on me while she's still working.
That's good. So
that still motivates me to still box.
Still box, yeah. What's your record?
I have too many fights to answer
that. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Okay, look, man. All y'all, the three of y'all had a heck of a amateur career. You're still in the amateurs. When will you think you'll take that next step? When will you think you'll be ready to go to the pros?
Well, of course, when I'm done school, and maybe when the next tournament in December and next year tournament.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing you and watching all three of y'all. I really appreciate you coming on and talking with me today. I don't want to hold you up. I know it's a relaxed Sunday, and I appreciate you for stopping in and being a part of my program. Thank you so much, Musa.
Yeah.
All right. Back to Mr. Robinson. We're gonna end it out with him. Man, I tell you
Can
what.
I say something real
Sure,
fast?
go ahead. Go ahead.
I also wanted, you had asked me as far as who was on my team, and I want to definitely make sure that I give acknowledgement to my wife. Without her being able to do what she does with the food, and she preps their food, make sure that the food is cooked, make sure that everything is in position.
All right.
That's the
Yeah.
backbone. So that's
Yeah.
she's always a part of my team, our team also.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, especially when you got a good partner, a good mate, a good wife, somebody's right there rocking with you every step of the way. With you, in the boys and all that. That's wonderful. That is beautiful. Um, Laura Reese says, "Where is the one in December at? Where's that at? The one in December." Um,
The one in December, they usually USA Boxing would usually post it. That's the best tournament. That's the most best tournament that puts you on the USA. What's that? The USA. I forgot what you call it. The youth
okay.
team.
Yeah. It's fine.
The
It's fine.
traveling team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's in December. They usually will give the location eventually, probably in September or October.
Okay. Um, Walter Waite. How did you know that? How did you meet Walter? Walter Waite.
I met Walt. Me and my family met Walter when they fought at the Ashburn, Virginia's fight. When they made their pro debut, he was there, and then when we fought again in South Carolina, he was there.
Yeah,
as the announcer.
Yeah, great guy. He the one that for everybody, what everybody know that's how I got connected with. He told me, he said, "Hey, I think you need to get these young men on," and I'm glad that I
Big
did.
shout out to him too.
Yeah, big shout out to Walter Waite, man. Tremendous guy. Been knowing. I met him in Greenville, North Carolina, at the fights about 6 years ago, and we've been good friends ever since. Wow. We're gonna take the coach out of it. This is what I want to know from you. The father part. What is the hard part about that? Because you're a father. We're gonna take the coach out. What is it? What is it inside that really bothers you as a father?
I mean, what bothers me is, right now, like I'm not really able to stand on my square. But what I mean by is being a father, being a provider. Right. And being a provider meaning, going and working. I've always worked. Me and my wife, we've been married for 21 years. Thank the Most High.
All right.
Being raised in a single parent. So I've never really had that experience. So I have always vowed to, break those generational curses. Mm-hmm. And, just not being able to do what I would like to do because, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. My father passed away. He left me nothing other than the experience. So I turned the negative into a positive. And so with the boxing, I figured if I can motivate myself and motivate everything else that involved with the boxing, and boxing is symbolic to life. You could deal with boxing, you could deal with anything because it brings discipline. It knocks you down, and sometimes you got to be able to roll with the punches and get back up. And right now, I'm not working the way that I would like to. I'm not getting paid the way that I would like to. My wife is working, and I like for her to be home. I'm not used to being home all the time. You know what I'm saying? But if I go get me a job, who's going to step in the place of doing what I'm doing for my sons? It's hard to work a full-time job and be able to also be a full-time coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the most frustrating part. And then we're just holding on to this hope, this belief, this idea, this vision that things will get better, that there's going to be a blue sky, eventually. And that's what's frustrating.
Yeah, I can imagine being a father. You take the coach away, and now you're talking about being the man that you want to be, being the man that you know want to be as a father or and a provider, as you said. You know,
Right.
I really feel that. You know, I understand that, and you know, that's the hardest part. I do believe that for you and for anybody in that situation. You know, the funds and wanting to do that. I got you, brother. Um, we're gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you just like I asked them. Who you like in the Spence Crawford fight? If you know when they get it squared away.
I mean, that's like
Okay, Sugar Ray,
Spence and
Sugar Ray, and Hearns, like Sugar Ray and
Hearns, yeah. Like what can't you like about them? You know, and to say that I like one better than the other, I will be wrong because
Wrong,
they
right,
are both.
right.
They're. It's like Superman and Kryptonite. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they both complements each. You know, they complement each other in a sense. Spence has his weaknesses. Crawford has his weaknesses. Spence has his advantages. Crawford has his. They both
yeah,
have that killer mentality. You know,
it's tough.
it's a tough choice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just sit back as a spectator and just hope that we get a good show. I don't care who wins.
Hey, Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns.
Yeah, you just want to sit back, relax, eat some
Okay.
popcorn, and just
Hey,
enjoy the show.
enjoy and just enjoy it. I know that's right. But it's been great talking to you. Couple more, two more questions. Any questions for me?
A question for you is: what got you into doing this fantastic show? Like, how did you get into it?
Uh, well, you know, I'm well, two reasons, and I've always said this every time somebody asks me this. Number one, my grandfather was on the radio for 34 years in Kinston, North Carolina. So I was a little boy, and I grew up in the household, and I watched him go and get on the radio for so many years, and it was just instilled within me to do that. My best friend, he's in Michigan. He was a former amateur fighter, but never did make it to the pros. And we made a vow to each other one day. He said, if you make it, you take me with you. I said, I sure will. He said, if I make it, I'm gonna take you with me. And what he was saying was, hey, wherever I go, whatever I get, you're gonna get some too. And that's what that keeps me going. And well, look like I'm gonna be taking him with me. So, so
That's good.
that's my two reasons right there. And Jay York. Jay York is a big part of what I do. He's my manager, my producer. I don't know where he is today. Jay, are you here today? I haven't seen him pop up, but he structured me and showed me a lot of things. I had the God gifted talent. I just needed structure, just like you coach your boys. It was structure, and that's what he did for me. Um, he's a little short guy, but he does. He gonna get over me about that. But he structured me in the right way and showed me a lot of different things that I needed to do to perform and do what I do now. Um, one more question is what do you what does the D.HALL People Show and J York Productions mean to you?
What the D.HALL People Show means to me is it's a vital piece of information that's being able to tap into so many people's lives and help people understand a variety of knowledge and information that's out there that's missing, and you bring people together. So that means a whole lot to me because people get to be introduced to us,
Yeah,
probably that has never heard of us before. So
yeah,
being able to have this platform and this opportunity opens up new relationships.
yeah. It does. It does, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. And I have to. And I'm not boasting or nothing, but I know that this platform has helped a lot of people because when people come back and they want to, oh, hey man, you did a tremendous job. That shows me that we're doing something good. We're doing something to get them out there the best way that we can because we're pushing this right now into YouTube, all over Facebook, all into the boxing groups. So there's a lot of people seeing you right now and the boys right now. Well, I keep calling them young men, young men. They saw today. And I really appreciate you and your wife. Thank her for coming on. All my guests that showed up here today, I thank everybody. We had a great show. We're a little late, but we had a great show anyway. And brother, I hope to do it again with you soon.
May I say something before I leave?
Sure.
Just want to give a shout out to the most, all praise be to the Most High. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Title Boxing. They are our sponsors. They've been rocking with us from the beginning. And I want to say, we're about to make a big move. We're leaving for Florida this evening. So just everybody stay tuned. That's all I gotta say is just stay tuned. And everybody that's been rocking with us, rolling with us, thank you for being patient. But just stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all.
And thank you, Brother Donnie Hall, for the invite.
Thank you, man, for coming on and want to be a part of the show. From me and Jay, we thank you very much. And I want to shout out Laura Reed. Thank you again, Alicia. Thank y'all. All the people that joined us today, I want to say thank y'all. Walter Waite, I really appreciate you, brother. I don't know where you at today, but we got him on here, him and them Robinson boys. They're gonna tear some stuff up. All right, man. All right. We'll catch you next time. Keep us informed on whatever news you may have for us. Keep us informed.
All right. Thank you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, y'all. There y'all have it. We had a great show today, and I appreciate y'all for coming in. Laura Reed, all y'all, Alicia, thank y'all, everyone. Thank everyone for coming on. Hopefully we'll see you again real soon. I'm getting ready to get out of here, y'all. I thank y'all so much for being a part of the program today. Jay York, where you at, man? Hey, brother. You must be asleep. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Y'all have a good evening. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming on.
You are in the mix with D.HALL and the People's Show.
You got it locked with D.HALL on the weekend, baby. Ready?
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York. He is the number one, undisputed, top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the people show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D.HALL.
Jay York production.